Hello and welcome to Sports Source. I'm your host, Lucas Kochevar, and today we've got a story that might just change the way you think about high school sports. Something big is brewing at Clark Central, and it's not your typical. Evan, the Atlanta Hawks have found themselves in play-in purgatory after 3 straight play-in appearances. Ever since their Eastern Conference Finals run in 2021, the Hawks haven't been able to make it past the first round. With aspirations high after that run, Trae Young and company haven't put together consistent efforts to make the jump to the next level. This past season was rough for the Hawks. Injuries piled up, leading to that, well, let's just say not so great 36-46 record. Even Trae Young, Mr. Record-breaking assist himself, struggled with that finger injury down the stretch. He just couldn't find his usual all-star rhythm. DeJounte Murray tried to pick up the slack, and sure, he had some clutch moments. Remember beating the Celtics? But the Hawks still couldn't make it work without Trae. Then add in the play-in loss to Chicago, another year, another early exit. Talk about a major letdown after that amazing conference finals run. So the big question now, what the heck do the Hawks do? The rumor mill's going crazy about trading away one of their star guards, but who do they keep? That's a tough call. Trae Young, the OG Hawk since 2018, is basically the face of the team. The guy drops 25 points and 10 assists a night. He shoots from half court and is a total playmaking wizard. Then there's DeJounte Murray, the Spurs trainee who brings that two-way intensity. His mid-range shot is lethal, and he's a defensive pest. They are both awesome, but like Brad Rowland from Locked On Hawks says, something's just not clicking. Well, Hank, fresh leadership arrives at Foley Field in the form of head coach Wes Johnson, ushering in a new era for Georgia baseball. But who is this man entrusted with the program's future? Johnson, an Arkansas native, boasts a coaching career dating back to 1997. He meticulously climbed the ladder, earning his shot at the prestigious SEC Conference in 2016. Mississippi State welcomed him as their pitching coach, where he helped starting pitcher Dakota Hudson mature into a first-round MLB draft pick. Though his stay was brief, a season later, the University of Arkansas called him home. There, he found immediate success, guiding the Razorbacks to a 2018 runner-up finish. The impressive turnaround caught the attention of Major League Baseball. In 2019, the Minnesota Twins recruited Johnson as their pitching coach. His impact was undeniable. Under his tutelage, starter Jose Barrios consistently delivered sub-3.5 ERAs, and the bullpen witnessed a collective breakout. Tyler Duffy, Trevor May, and Taylor Rogers all achieved career-best seasons with ERAs below 3. Rogers, the team closer, racked up 30 saves in 2019, contributing to the Twins' second-highest saves total in the MLB that year. But Johnson's influence transcended mere statistics. He instilled composure and resilience in his pitchers, even when challenges mounted on the mound. Evan, choosing between Young and Murray, that's a head-scratcher. You can make a case for keeping Murray. He's cheaper, a more traditional point guard, but with Trae, man, the team's upside is sky high. This guy's averaged 26-10 for the past 4 seasons. That's legendary stuff. Even if they're not gelling perfectly right now, it feels like the Hawks are going to break this duo up after just 2 seasons. Remember those trade rumors swirling around Murray at the trade deadline? Brad Rowland seems to think there's fire behind that smoke. Despite leading the Twins to success, Wes Johnson felt drawn back to the college ranks. Mid-season in 2022, he joined LSU and guided the Tigers to a triumphant 2023 College World Series victory. During his tenure, Johnson coached Paul Skeens, the MLB's #1 overall draft pick, who shattered the SEC single-season strikeout record. LSU's dominance went beyond Skeens as they had led the conference in strikeouts while Georgia sat at 13th. With its pitching in need of a makeover, Georgia hopes Johnson can replicate his success and turn things around in Athens. Evan, no matter who they keep, Young or Murray, the Hawks have a ton of work to do with the rest of their roster. I mean, they can score the best of them, but that defense? Opposing teams run through the Hawks like a knife through butter, giving up 120 points a game. That's almost dead last in the league. They're going to get torched every night if they don't make some changes. That's right, Savannah. Athens United is just one of 128 teams in the United Soccer League 2, but it'll be a monumental move up for the team. Athens United has promoted soccer to the local community since their inception. With this new league, they look forward to a new chapter in their history. I recently spoke to people involved with the team about how they see the future playing out. Well, Evan, usually when a team's defense is struggling, you start by looking at the big man in the middle. But the Hawks actually have 2 solid centers who can hold down the paint. Clint Capella's getting older, sure, but Onyeka Okongwu could step into that starting role and do just fine. To really fix that defense, they need some 3-and-D wings, guys who can shoot and defend multiple positions. Remember breakout player Jalen Johnson? He went down with that ankle injury, and the lack of depth forward spots really hurt. They need bigger guys who can hustle and bring that defensive energy. Problem is, the Hawks don't have much money to throw around in free agency, so they'll probably need to make a trade if they want experienced players. That's tough too, since they gave up a bunch of draft picks in the Murray deal. They've got one pick in 2024 and it's sitting around the 10th spot right now. Thanks, Savannah. Although their season hasn't gone according to plan, it's great to see a young leader rise to the occasion for his team. Sibling speed is on full display for Athens Christian athletes Kiera and Simeon Simmons. Although one is more responsible than the other, they are both key pieces helping their track teams to success. Evan, the Hawks have some options with this draft pick, but a lot of it depends on the trades they make beforehand. Like if they deal DeAndre Hunter, they could totally snag a shot-creating small forward like Dalton Knecht from Tennessee. That dude was up for Player of the Year and even went head-to-head with Zach Edey in the tournament. Brad Rowland's got a few other names on his radar too. Get ready for a thrilling showdown this Friday, April 5th. Two of Georgia's girls' soccer powerhouses, the Buford Wolves and the Jefferson Dragons, clash in a can't-miss neutral site battle at Athens Turner Soccer Complex. Sports analysts Sarah Sims and Hank Tatum join us now to preview the game. Let's start with the Buford Wolves, the team that refuses to be counted out. Everyone's saying this draft class is kind of weak, but hey, look back to 2013. Everyone thought that class was nothing special too. Turns out that's when the Bucks took a chance on small Greek forward Giannis Antetokounmpo. There could be another diamond in the rough hiding out there. Welcome back to Sports Source. Sophomore Canadian native Christopher Morales-Williams has been a highlight of the Georgia's track and field team this past indoor season. Yeah, Evan, the Hawks don't have a lot of wiggle room, but hey, sometimes you can benefit when other teams tank and start unloading players. Someone like Andrew Wiggins from the Warriors could be interesting. Sure, the guy's got a big contract, but he's a former #1 pick and he's got that championship ring, and he brings some much-needed scoring punch to the Hawks. Or even Alex Caruso. Imagine him on this Hawks team bringing that defensive intensity, especially if the Bulls decide to blow things up. Bottom line, this offseason is a make or break for Atlanta. They could try to patch things up and contend, do a bit of a retool, or a full-on rebuild. It's going to be a wild summer, and I can't wait to see how they try to bring that first championship home to Atlanta. Thanks, Micaiah. It'll be exciting to see what the rest of his year looks like. The Bulldogs continue their outdoor season with a tour throughout the South until May 9th when they go to the SEC Outdoor Championships. Welcome back to Sports Source. March Madness fever has hit the UGA campus. The air crackles with excitement as the NCAA basketball tournaments reach a fever pitch. Thanks, Evan. The March Madness roller coaster keeps on rolling with both tournaments promising nonstop action all weekend long. And that's our show. Thanks so much for watching, and from the entire Sports Source crew, have a great weekend, and we'll see you back here next week. Athens United traces back to a team in 1972 known as the Applejacks. After a merger with Athens International, Athens United was born in 1986. The team's goal remains the same in the present day. They look to promote soccer to the Athens community and help the youth develop their skills for the next level. Shania Wegson was one of those players who developed in her last 2 years of high school. Now in her freshman year at Emmanuel College, she looks back fondly on her time with Athens United.
My age like a year above, so the competition and the coaching levels were just completely different, and the girls were great and amazing, and the skill level was just, it pushed me to be better.
Shania Wegson isn't alone in her success story. Joining the college ranks after Athens United, Nathan Paredes signed with Young Harris College and Navy Yacht inked a deal with Truett McConnell. These are just a few examples of the club's impact on player development. Executive Director Lloyd White, with the organization since 2010, has played a pivotal role in guiding countless young athletes through Athens United's program. In a way, White even inadvertently influenced Wegson's path. The club wasn't just a training ground, it was a family affair for the Wegsons, with Lloyd White holding a special connection to the family.
I heard about them through my brother. My brother had played there before along with my sister. So I heard about it through them, but ultimately through my grandpa because he knows Lloyd.
Strong bonds like the one between the Wegson family and Athens United solidify the club's reputation in the community. Athens United thrives on a volunteer spirit, fostering a collaborative environment where players and volunteers build the team together. This dedication was instrumental in propelling Athens United to the USL League Two, a significant leap forward. USL League Two, an amateur summer league 2 levels below the MLS, marks a step up in competition from their previous platform, the ECNL. Shania Wegson sees this new stage as a source of inspiration for the next generation of Athens United players, motivating them to reach even greater heights.
something more for people to strive for in a way. Like, yeah, you can come here and like play club and play ECNL, but there's always another level. Like, there's always room to improve, and that allows those girls who are at the highest level, which is ECNL, to get to the USWL.
Reporting for the Carmichael Sports Media Institute, I'm Lucas Kochevar.